I said, your son's a bully. And she said, oh, well, your daughter hit my son. I said, yeah, and so she should. I said, he's a bully. I said, and you're defending him hitting women, hitting girls.
Oh,
I said, you should never, ever teach your kid it's okay to hit a girl. Whether the girl hurts him or not, you should say to him, you should never hit a girl under any circumstances. And this woman was actually teaching him it's okay to hit a girl.
Mm-hmm. It's your favorite older blended couple back again with another video. If this is your first time here, I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Alan.
And we've been married for...
It's 2 years. Cheers.
And today my husband here is going to react to a video that I made a few years ago. It's a video of me sharing my experiences with domestic violence. If you are new here and you don't know, or if you haven't been following us, I'm actually a domestic violence survivor.
Victim. And now you're a survivor because you met me.
Yes. So now I'm surviving. I survived domestic violence. So he's saying I'm now a survivor because I'm with him. Whatever that means.
But she's not a victim anymore because I do not beat you up. Not often anyway.
Well, I was a victim with that person, but once you leave, you are no longer a victim.
No, that's true. So unless you meet another.
Exactly. So it's not because of you, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim because I left.
You're a survivor because of me. Could you say that? Is that right?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm a survivor because of him. So he's going to be reacting to...
A marriage survivor.
What do you mean marriage survivor?
Because you married me, you fool. Because I could have beat her up.
Oh my goodness.
If she's not saying the right thing now, I can get the whip out and beat her up.
Okay. Do you want to do this video or not?
Yeah, of course I do.
So he is going to be reacting to this video while I'm sharing my experiences.
Yes, and I might get very upset about it, but this is how it happened.
How many times can a heart be broken? Mine was broken 3 times by my abuser. The first time is when I was moved away from a support system, which was my lovely sister. May her soul rest in peace. She's deceased now.
I'll get you away from protection.
Yeah.
And the second time was when I had the first beating and the beatings that followed. Then the third time was the most painful. When I found out that my abuser was cheating on me, not just with other women, but with my sister too. Yes, my blood sister.
Wow.
That was hard.
I bet it was. But wow, your sister shouldn't have done it anyway. Perhaps you like to get a good beating, who knows? It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, she was 16, but that's not...
But did she know you were being abused, or perhaps she didn't know?
Maybe.
If you watched my previous video where I talked about my first beating, this is what happened. I went to the city with my sister to do some shopping, and while we were there, I met my high school sweetheart. He actually stopped us and said hello, talked to my baby a little bit and said, oh, is this your baby? He doesn't look like you, he must look like his father. And it was just a general talk, and then he proceeded to go wherever he was going, and we proceeded going wherever we were going.
So you didn't know where you were going?
No, I knew. We were in the city.
Oh.
Apparently my sister had told my abuser that we had met this guy and I had stopped to talk to him. So remember I said he asked me what I would do if I were to meet my ex? And when I said I wouldn't talk to my ex, he slapped me saying I was lying. That's why he was saying I was lying, because I did talk to my ex when I met him, right? What I don't know up to now is whether my abuser was just doing like some FBI investigation, or my sister took it upon herself to tell my abuser. I don't exactly know what transpired.
Informing. Could be. But to think, but if she knew if you were being abused, that's even crazier.
Yeah.
But I found out later that he was actually sleeping with my little sister.
He would be in big trouble.
So actually I'd noticed a few times, you know, the telltale signs that you see or your instinct, please don't ignore those.
Because you'll be, touching, that stuff. Then I suddenly walk into the room.
But maybe you were thinking he's abusing her, being nasty to her.
Because it's your sixth sense trying to tell you that something is going on. For example, I would walk into the room and my abuser and my sister would kind of jump. They'll be nervous and I'll be like, what's going on, I even told my sister and she thought I was paranoid, and she said, I was just, being paranoid. But I was actually right. Something was going on between my abuser and my sister.
Gut feeling is the word.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering that, so where is your sister now? Do you talk to her? And she's still alive. She is back home in Zimbabwe. We do talk, but not as much as I would have loved to talk to her, because, our relationship obviously is not as it should be because of what transpired.
Well, that was before she passed. She actually
Oh, yeah,
passed
yeah.
away.
Okay, I've healed, I'm happy now, and but it's something that happened which is not gonna go away. It's part of me. It's part of history.
Very happy now.
Good. So am I, my dear.
Now that I've lived in first world countries for many years, I now realize how this was leading to something like, what happened to me, where my abuser ended up sleeping with my little sister. If it was here, maybe you could have been in jail, but
Well, she was like 16.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when he goes to prison, they hate them there. Child abusers.
especially in my culture, because there's this thing about brother-in-law and sister-in-law can mess about, and brother-in-law can say to sister-in-law, oh, you're just as good as my wife, and kind of play with them and maybe fondle their breast, or stuff like that, which is very, very wrong.
Can I?
These things do happen, among families. It does happen where
Very common in, I would say, African. I mean, not just African culture. I mean, even
Anyway, I suppose
anyway,
it's...
people do cheat with.
Well,
their
you hear
wives.
about people who get divorced and then he marries her sister.
Yeah, something like that. Which means they were already fancying each
Yeah.
other, right?
Must have done, yeah.
in my country things were different then. I don't know, maybe now it has changed, but then it was different. It wasn't a big deal. Brother-in-law, sister-in-law, what's the big deal? It happens all the time. It happens everywhere. What's your problem? That kind of attitude, that's what the attitude that people give you.
Maybe that was part of the breakup, because
Right.
these people aren't necessarily abusers. They're just people who split up for some reason, and she either ends up marrying his brother or he ends up marrying
The sister.
a sister. But I bet there's things where she's married the brother and he's married the sister, isn't it? So they both married each other's. What a family gathering at Christmas and Thanksgiving. It must be marvellous, mustn't it? Must be the food fights.
Exactly. Yeah, so.
That's something we should do.
You want my sister?
No, you twat.
Sure.
At Christmas time, we'll have to do a food fight on TikTok.
So I'm ready.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Find it around everywhere. And
So this is what I went through, and that's how my husband reacted to So what does it make you, what do you have in mind, like, or what does it make you feel? Or
I feel terrible for you, but you found me, so you're much better off now. So
it was a blessing in disguise,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well,
Because
the beating wasn't, but the leaving was. I mean, I don't understand the guy. I mean, you should never hit any women. I don't understand that. You can defend yourself by stopping them, but there's no need to hit a woman. You could just hold her down, unless she does weightlifting and God knows what else, and then you're going to get beaten up anyway. So you should never hit a woman anyway. I mean, it's just craziness.
But if you know, the way I look at it, the positive way is, if he hadn't done what he did to me, I probably would have stayed.
Oh yeah, but then you might have been happy anyway. I mean, you were in love with him at one point, so you can't,
of course,
you know, you can't really say how that would have gone. Really, it's very hard to say. But I already knew that he was bullying my daughter, and I taught my daughter to defend herself, not to fight, but to defend herself. So when she come, and so I said, "Your son's a bully," and she said, "Oh well, your daughter hit my son." I said, "Yeah, and so she should." I said, "He's a bully," I said, "and you're defending him hitting women, hitting girls." I said, "You should never, ever, ever teach your kid it's okay to hit a girl. Whether the girl hurts him or not, you should say to him, you should never hit a girl under any circumstances." And this woman was actually teaching him it's okay to hit a girl. I went mad. And even my friend, I said to my friend, "Why didn't you say something?" He said, "Well, you were doing good enough yourself. I thought I'd leave you to it," like, because I was fuming.
We'll be back
with another video.
If you got some value, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. Bye.
Bye. We'll be back
with another video.
Adios.